All right, peace, love, and light. This is just going to be the soul reading for Gemini and Capricorn season. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me or see more tarot, all of that information is, as always, in the description below. So go ahead and check that out by clicking the title. And while you're there, please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you feel led to do so. We are going to shuffle up our cards and say our prayer, and then we shall begin. So, dear the divine God, our Holy Father, Yahweh, our angels and our guides, thank you guys for being the highest form of good in our lives, for keeping our heads on straight and steering us away from negativity as best as possible. And thank you to the angels for their assistance they have brought today and assistance they'll bring during this reading. Right now, I'm asking that you guys bless and protect this space as well as the viewers and myself, to ground us in our energy so that way we know what messages to receive, and to gift us the keen discernment to know to be the knowledge received as well. Please grant us the ability to keep our personal opinion and bias to the side if you so choose, the strength to continue on, and the clarity needed to focus. And anything else that you deem worthy for this reading, please allow us to be the vessels to receive and deliver. Amen. Ashe. All right, so I do not remember at all what the spirit reading for Gemini and Capricorn season was, because it's been a couple days or maybe a week or something. I do not know. I've been in my shaman's mission, but I'm here, So we're going to finish this season. Yahweh has spoken. Yahweh has said, so it will and shall be. So we're just going to continue on and see what's going on for the soul of Gemini in Capricorn season. We got magic in the reverse. As much as we don't want to accept it, we got many paths in the upright. Oh, that means we have a lot of options, a lot of ways that whatever we are going through or are experiencing can go, and a lot of styles that it can happen in. Your one way is not the only way. It's not. So, let things be sometimes. Your one way is not the only way. Of course, I always have my book somewhere that is not supposed to be. So you gotta wait a second as I get up to get my book. I carried you bitches and snap back. You hoes getting tired, you run flat. You like a flat tire, you hoes. All right, so I have to read this magic card. This magic card. And I have to read the medicine. Have you forgotten that you live in a world that is infused with magic? Perhaps you've become cynical and think you have to create your life all by yourself with no help from others. It's time to remember your relationship to Source, aka Yahweh. For you are a part of the story of the world, a living spark of spirit living on earth for this short time as an emissary of light. If you look back over your life, you will find many instances in which your actions alone were not the cause of out of the blue coincidences that led to that new relationship, job, or other important moments on your journey. So how do you stay in this awareness? The answer is simple. If you can be as a little child and cultivate that wondrous curiosity, you will see the magic again and be amazed. Remember, magic is real and in everything. So this is a call to connect back to your inner child. Connect back to your youth. Connect back to your young. Connect back to your explorative self, your adventurous self, the version of you that looks at experiences, situations, things, people, places, and says, I wonder, what will come out of it? What will it do? And now that you are older, you can say, how will that take place? Investigate and see the world. Then we have the many paths. And for this one, I honestly do not need the book. I just need to channel. And what I'm feeling is, as we connect into this investigative self, this curious self, this adventurous self, we step into this place of prosperous abundance or abundant prosperity. And it's only in our experiences and the options that our experience provides. You come into the enlightenment, or we are coming into the enlightenment this season, that every situation that is given to us, or we are given to, or even the situations that we just experience along the way, or whatever, however a situation, experience, occurrence, or happening can manifest and materialize, we are realizing our power inside of that, which is we can take it and make it go and be however we want it to be. Let's say you walk into a room full of angry people. You can shift the whole entire vibe of that room by being the happy one and telling the jokes and speaking about the stories and bringing the pleasantry. Let's say you walk into a room full of sadness. You can be the person that, gives the hope and bees the hope of the room. You can tell them, encouraging stories, empowering stories. You can provide your testimonies and say where you have been, what you have done, and how you became the person that you are today. And even if you walk into a room full of happy, you can still change that vibe into whatever you want to change it into. Let's say everybody's happy and having greetings and doing good things, and you start calling them out for their subliminal negative behavior or problems or issues. You start talking about the way that they look and what the clothes that they got on, and you talk about their hair and their accent and all this other stuff, and you talk about it in a negative shape, form, fashion, and figure. Bitch, now the whole room is angry. You can control the vibe. You can control your experiences. You can make the life that you want to happen. And right now, what is happening to us, all of the outlines that we are as people, these unknown archetypes, these unmade archetypes, these undefined archetypes of people. We're undefined characters, unknown personalities, and we are creating models for everyone else. Well, we're creating roles for everyone else to model. This is now sparked and illuminated, because through you seeing the many options that your experience has provided you, you can see and know your power that resides within. So the last card here is the rainbow. And for the rainbow, I have to read the essence. Hold on. Oh, I burped. The rainbow symbolizes the 7 steps of a true spiritual path, which manifests as the colors of the 7 chakras, or the rainbow. In the Himalayas, the rainbow body is seen as the full realization of our essence. The rainbow also represents the bridge between the physical and the spiritual worlds. At the end of our lives, we journey across the rainbow bridge to the highest heavenly realms. When the rainbow appears, it is an affirmation that all is well and that you are in the right relationship with spirit. So what I feel from this is what I don't want to say, because it's in the reverse. So what it's telling me specifically from the depiction on this card is that if you go back, if you move backwards, you are disconnected from Yahweh, God, whomever you decide to believe in. You're disconnected from that. But you still are the rainbow. So this is telling me that you are the path. You are the road. You are the way. And there is an innate knowing inside of you that's driving you crazy which is that you have to show other people. And I feel like what has been happening in our past experiences is that we've been trying to show other people how to behave, and they have not taken the lessons or received the guide or enacted on the instruction manual. But the thing is, what I learned from my journey with Yahweh, 123, as I'm saying this, it was 10:23. As what I learned from on my journey with Yahweh is that sometimes there are wrong people. There are people who you do not spark, who you do not illuminate, who you do not light up, who you cannot teach because they don't learn your way, or how you structure your sentences is not comprehensible enough for them to receive. Not that you are the problem, it's them that are the problem. So they need another teacher. 11, as I'm saying, is they need another teacher. You are not their teacher. You're not the illuminator. I remember a person that I called my angel. She told me that you activate certain things in certain people. You don't activate all people, and you don't activate all things. But for certain people, you activate certain things. For certain people, you press certain buttons that activate certain things. And sometimes you'll get the right ones. Sometimes you'll get none. Sometimes you'll press a button and it'll activate something different. But no matter what, you call certain responses and certain reactions out of people and activate certain thoughts to occur and certain emotions to be felt. So, and you can only activate those certain things. You can't activate anything else or anything different, So, taking that knowledge and that lesson and carrying it as I continue on my life, I know that if my words that come out of my mouth, however they are structured to, do not cause you to change or motivate you to be different or make you think different or more or expand you and grow you in life, then I am not the one for you. And I told people on my shaman's journey and mission the whole entire time that, hey, I am not the teacher for everybody. I may be the only one that's teaching you about soul right now because a lot of people just don't know what they're doing, but I'm not everybody's teacher. And the reason is because some people don't need mighty words like I speak. Some people don't need cuss words when they speak. Some people get hurt when people cuss. I'm not one of those people. Some people need to be spoken to softly when they need to correct their lives or things about themselves. Some people need, like me, you need that harshness, you need that roughness, you need that explosiveness and that implosiveness. Some people need their bomb to be activated in order for them to be something else or different. Some people need their tower knocked down and rolled over until it is crushed into small itty bitty pieces that you cannot even put the brick back together to begin to build the tower back. Some people need that, and that is what I do. I am the tower crusher. I am the bomb exploder. I am great destruction. That's what I am. And that's how I am. And some people don't need that. And that's okay. And I know I'm not for everybody. Like I always say, everybody don't like Beyonce. Even though it is common too, does not mean everybody does. Some people just say our music is not for me. And hey, that's them. That is them. So we are going to move on and dig a little deeper and find out some more about Gemini's soul for Capricorn season. Because now we have this understanding, we have this teaching, we have this lesson. And this lesson, understanding, and teaching that we have is the archetype that we are, the path that we are creating only works for the people that it works for. It only works for The people that are like us, or even others that, have us or some aspect of us inside of them or something like that, It works for who it works for, and it does not work for who it does not work for. And that's all that it is. So now that we have that, we can go into these experiences that are providing us so many options, and we can begin to decipher by picking and choosing which options in the experience are worth taking, which options in the experience are valuable to interact with. Oh, as much as I don't want this stuff, it wants me. Oh, the belly. We are comfortable, content, and doing well and best with the ending of things. Certain styles of conversations, certain actions and behaviors, certain experiences, situations, and occurrences. We're done. We are okay with this finishing, this finality. If you have not, I highly recommend that you go and check out the tarot card of the day that exists on all 3 of my Instagram pages: Be Great Blessings, Sophia the Christ, and Heaven's Garden News. I can't have Heaven's Garden for some reason, so I just keep changing the last part of it until I figure out which one is best, because the name Heaven's Garden on Instagram is already taken. But when I get to where I'm going, that will allow me, and where I'm going, well, when I get to the experience that allows me to go ahead and snatch that name and keep it, I'm going to do that. So the cards that came out is the 2 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, and the Hierophant. The 2 of Swords is in the reverse, the 7 of Swords is in the reverse, and then the Hierophant, whatever it is in the upright. So obviously by the end of Capricorn season, Gemini, our soul is going to learn a lesson, be the lesson, and uphold the lesson too. And the lesson that we are learning is protection, self-protection of our yes answer. And we are also learning to take, whenever we have to leave and experience a place, a situation, or a happening, which is an occurrence. Occurrence is a happening is an occurrence. Whenever we have to leave that situation, we know to take all of the things that are ours. We take our stuff with us. Now we are becoming spiders in our life. We are becoming the fool. And why do I liken the fool to a spider, or, a person that's taking things with them, to a spider? Because a spider carries its home with it. Everybody sees a spider in the web and then just assume that, the spider sleeps in the web and stays in the web and lives in the web. No, that's his dinner plate. A spider does not sleep in a web. It doesn't stay in a web. That's its dinner plate. A spider only uses a web to catch food. But a spider makes the web. And what makes a spider's nest is the same thing that makes a spider's web. And guess where they carry that? If you studied anything in school, or if school ever taught you, or you decided to look it up by yourself one day because you're curious. A spider spins its web, and its web is made from the spider. It keeps what it needs to make its home inside of itself. So I want everybody to take this lesson and know that no matter what experience you go into, what situation you happen to find yourself in, or what happening you make occur, or what occurrence you make happen, you can still and are still able to make home in whatever experience you are in. You can still make yourself feel at home, and you can make that experience home for yourself as well. Genuinely. Just as much as you can feel uncomfortable is just as much as you feel comfortable. And a cheat code about this reality is in every space that you feel uncomfortable in, make that comfortable, because that space is a home for you. Every space that you feel, every experience, every situation, every happening, every occurrence that you feel uncomfortable in, it is a home for you to stay in. It is a place that you will always come back to, or an experience that will always happen in your life. And you know this because, well, you don't know this, but your spirit and your soul know this, because we only feel uncomfortable in experiences, situations, and places, and around people that we will be around for a long time. And the uncomfortableness is us releasing what we had before, or was carrying before, or was keeping inside. And we are adjusting to the vibe and the experience and the situation that is happening. You only feel uncomfortable with the things that will continue on in your life, honestly. So with that, I do have to leave the note in the lesson, which is, not every experience, situation, person, place, or thing is a lifelong situation. Some experiences are reasons. Some experiences are seasons. And some experiences are for a lifetime. You have to figure out which one. And I'm not going to tell you which one it is. And this is how you know I'm your teacher or not. Because I'm not going to tell you, because I love hidden discovery games and detective games and, finding things out and having to decipher them. So I'm not going to ruin your joy or your experience, because if you're a person like me, you are my people, and you don't want the surprise ruined. You can know the beginning of the story. You can know the end of the story. But the middle, which is how you get there, 2211, as I said that, is what you want to find out on your own. You want to find out how it connects and interacts and stuff, So leave surprises open. And that also tells you that you are a person that likes the journey. The beginning is good, the end is good, but the greatness of going somewhere, changing or becoming something else, is all that you experience in between. You are not a person that likes the beginning and the ending. You are not a person that likes, the experience that happens in between one journey to the next, You are a person that likes the journey itself and all that you create and experience in between. In between the ending and beginning of the journey, So we started off as the Fool. Now we are working on what we prefer to experience and happen and occur in our lives, and also how we prefer ourselves to be, comfortable, uncomfortable, happy, sad, mad, angry, pleasant, delight, horrid, horrible, a ruiner. Maybe you will rue the day. And that is providing us the ability to take the right actions, which is gifting us the ability to build our life the way that we want to build our life. What is the pinnacle to everybody? Because a lot of people in spirituality rave about the pinnacle. Oh, pinnacle, 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 pinnacle. Pinnacle is money, finances, money, 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 earth. But to me, the pinnacle is the greatness of your life, the blessings, the wonderfulness, how you want your life to occur. I'm looking at this page of Pentacles, and she's looking as if she is finally able to begin deciding how she is going to build her best life, her best self, her best environment, her best experience. This is people who are looking around and deciding, how are they going to decorate the home? This is people who are looking around and deciding how are they going to live the life, what is their style? That's the page of Pentacles, is figuring out your style. But what I did not want to see is that our 10 of Wands is here. And usually that means carrying burdens and problems and issues and things. But I think that this 10 of Wands is exactly what Yahweh has told me, which is all of the work that you must do to build this dream that is your life. Now you are active. Now you are activated. And now is the time to make your life yours. So that's all that I have for you guys this Capricorn season, Gemini, for your soul. If you would like to book a personal reading with me or see more tarot, all of that information is, as always, in the description below. So go ahead and check that out by clicking the title. And while you're there, please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you feel led to do so. Peace, love, and light. And as always, be great.